Morning, 7th grade classes. Please take out a pencil and 2 sheets of paper. Follow along to complete this packet successfully. If the substitute can put me on pause real quick and allow the students to take out their materials, give them about 3 minutes to do this and then get started, please. Students, I am asking that you be on your best behavior, pay attention to what's going on in the video, and work diligently in getting this packet completed and filled out. When I return next class, you will have a test on this material. And I'm saying test, not just quiz. You will have a test. So make sure you're paying attention to the best of your ability. Also, as a reminder, you have a USA test prep assignment online that's due May 3rd. That's next Wednesday, due May 3rd. It is a quiz grade. So make sure you get this, make sure that you can get this done. All right, substitute, can you please put me on pause, allow the students to take out their materials, and then turn me back on. All right, on the front of your packet, you will see I have already started as an example for you. Okay, I'm going to go, this is one for you to look at, then I'm going to do this one, the next one with you to show you how I got all this material here. Now, first thing first, put your name on there. Just behind your key. Put me on pause. Please allow them to put their names on there. Please don't fill anything out in here. We'll fill this out when I come back. You're going to put either today's date or if it's Monday, put it that way. You can put your period in. I'm going to have to put any period in there. Now, the instructions asked us, if we look back to what the word center means, center is the same as finding medians, the different medians in a set of data points. The spread of data is talking about the range, and the IQR, which stands for your interquartile range. Okay, the IQR is, you found that, and if you can look, if you see right here, when you subtract the upper quartile minus the lower quartile. Okay, so they gave you sets of, they want you to find the mode, which is the number that occurs the most, the median, the middle number between the sets of data points, the mean, which is your average, the lower quartile, which is the median of your lower sets of data points, the upper quartile is the median of your higher set, and then the interquartile range is when you subtract the upper quartile and the lower quartile from each other. In a box plot, it's subtracting the different points from the box plot. Example, if you drew the box plot like this, right here, this is your median. This is your median. This is your lower, whatever this point is here is your lower quartile. This is your upper quartile. This number represents the maximum number or the largest number, and then of course this one is your minimum, smallest number in your set of data points. So in your IQR you got it from right here, subtracting these two numbers. The IQR is the interquartile range. The regular range is subtracting the max minus the minimum. Okay. Now in our example here, if you think back to the rhyme that I told you about, Spoke gave you. Mom likes my unique muffins. That exact order will give you a lot of this information that they're asking for. Once you figured out Mom likes my unique muffins, you're easily able to determine the IQR because you have your upper quartile and your lower quartile. The mean is the one that may take a few moments because you have to add up all the numbers and divide by the amount of numbers that you have. Mode's real simple. Just look for the number that occurs the most. All right. So I'm going to list my Mom likes my unique muffins over here. Okay, first, so I'm going to look to see, are my numbers in order from least to greatest? Yes, 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 good to go. So my minimum number, 62. My maximum is 77. My median. Now, I'm going to instead of slashing them all out, if you see right here, I was just putting X's above them because I have to slash them out again to find the lower and the upper quartiles. So that I don't get confused. Excuse me. Okay, so median, I'm going to put a little X. 1, 2. Do this along with me. Or if you'd like to watch, I'll give you 2 minutes or a minute to do this after you watch after I've completed it. So I'm eliminating from outwards in. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Here. So my median, my middle number is 71. Now, lower quartile. Lower quartile is finding the median of the lower sets of your data points. Now, I'm going to use a different color here to show you what I mean by that. So since this number represents my median, I'm going to eliminate. These numbers represent my lower sets of data points. Eliminate. This number is now my lower quartile. So I have 69. Okay. Do the same for the upper sets of data points. Eliminate. This number represents my upper quartile. So I have now 74. Okay. So let's go through the list of things that they're asking for here. Mode. Do I have my mode? Any number that you see occur more than once. So far I see 70. 70 is my mode. Median, I have right here. My median. My mean, I need to find. I have my lower quartile. I have my upper quartile. My IQR. Those are the 2 points we have to find now. But the IQR is easy, because all you have to do is the upper minus the lower. The upper 74 minus 69. So my IQR is equivalent to 5. I'm going to box my answer so when we go over this, it's easy to find, easy to look for. Oh, I should probably box my lower and upper quartiles as well. All right, let's do the mean. Mean is adding up all my numbers and dividing it by the amount of numbers that I have. So I'm going to split them to make it a little simpler. 70 and 70 is 140. Okay, and let's do 71. 9, 10, 12, 16. 12, 13, no. 1, 2, 3 is 180. 19, or 18, 19, plus 11 is 20, 30. So that's 406. Let's do these sets. 72, 73, 74, 75, 77. So I have 5, 10, 14, plus 7 is 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 7 is 35, 36, 37. So I have 406, 371. Ooh, okay. And how many numbers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. So you divide 11 into 777. Goes in there 7 times. 0. Decimal. 6. Now, I don't know if you recall me saying this to you, but you are going to notice 3. There you go. These 2 numbers are repeating. I don't know if you remember what I told you before, but I said to you, any number that has a fraction of 11 is going to have 2 repeating decimals, always. Okay? And if you notice what we did here, we divided by 11. That means 63 is going to repeat, because if I continue on here, 11 times 3 is 33, subtract gives me 7. I would have to start over. So my mean is 70.63 repeating. Box my answer. And I am good to go. Now I have figured out all 5, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answers that the question had asked for. Okay? Now, just as a reminder here, for this one, all right, so you see that this represents all of number 2. The age of the assumed the age assumed office, you're going to want to use these numbers. Okay, now the best hint that I'm going to give you in finding, especially when finding the mean, is add these all up. And then you only have to add up 5 numbers. Okay, add these up. And then when you do your work on the side over here, you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers to add instead of 4, 7, 10, 13, 16 numbers. Okay, list them. Least to greatest. Okay, start off there. Substitute, can you please put me on pause for about 10 minutes to allow them to work this problem out? Any student that is done before the 10 minutes is up, please move on to the next question. So, welcome back. Now, I'm going to add these numbers up real quick since I'm already started on here. 12 plus 4 is 16, 3, 6, 10, 14, 15. Marker's bleeding. You have 11, 4, 8. Well, here's 5, 6, 10, 14. 5, 15. 9 plus 6 is 15, 15, 16. Then you have 8, this is 3, 6, 12, 18. And then I'm going to come right here. Now I'm going to pick up 156. I'm going to do 141, 155, 165, 183. So I have 5, 10, 16, 17, 20, 5, 10, 16, 20, 28, 30, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 800, and we said there's what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. So I'm going to divide 16 into 800. 16 times 4 is 64. Times 5. 16 times 5 is 80. Just because that's 50 and 30. Yep, it's 80. Add a 0. Okay, so my mean equals 50. Now I'm going to list these numbers from least to greatest. All right, 34 so far is my smallest. 34, 34, 34. Yes, okay, so 34, got it. 39. Does that look like it's already in order for you? Going from order. Yeah. Okay, it's already in order for you. I don't need to do this. Let me scratch this part out. I'm just going to use this. So, let's find the mean. 34, 65. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So notice there are 2 numbers in the middle here. Okay, the number between 50 and 51 gives me a median of 51. I'm sorry, I said the number between 50 and 52 is 51. So my median is 51. Okay, Mom, my minimum number is 34. My max is 65. Let's do the lower quartile. And then your upper quartile. So, lower quartile. Since the median falls right here, okay, 50 is part of the lower set of data points, and 52 is part of your upper set of data points. So now I'm going to eliminate from outwards in. Boom. 2 numbers left. That means you have to add them. 43, 44 gives me 87, but I know the number in between 43 and 44 is 43.5. So I have 43.5. Upper quartile. Number between 55 and 65 is 55.5. So my mode for this number was, which number occurred most? Do I see any number repeating? 50. You see 50 twice. So my mode is 50. Okay, the IQR. Remember, IQR is the upper quartile minus the lower quartile. So my upper quartile is 55.5 and my lower quartile is 43.5. So it's subtract the two. I'm going to come to the side. 55.5 minus 43.5. 0 to 1 gives me 12. So my IQR is 12. Now I'm going to go through my list. Do I have the mode? And I'm up here in my instructions, by the way. Do I have the mode? Yes. Do I have the median? Yes. Do I have the mean? Yes. Do I have the lower quartile? Yes. Upper quartile? Inner quartile range, 12, and I'm good to go. Now, if the substitute can please allow the students to work about, because we've been at this for now maybe like almost 20 minutes, please give them 25 minutes to work on this page. You can have them continue working on this page. Move on to the next here. Let me make sure you see everything that it's different here. You may need a different sheet of paper to do all the work, because if you see how many problems are here, it's a little different. If you take a look at these at the bottom, right here, this number is 8. You have 8, 8, 8, 8. So when you list them, it's 8, 8, 8, 8. Then it goes to 9999. Back down to 8. So that means you have to put the 8 right here. Okay. 2 more 9s. You have an 11, a 12. Let me put a comma between those two. 12. Another 12, and you have a 13. So that's the set of numbers for that one. Now, Miss, you're going to tell me, Miss, I did not understand what this meant. Here's the numbers for your stem and leaf plot. This number represents the tens. The leaf represents the ones. So, my first number is 0, 1. So, there are no tens for this one, so I'm going to cover this for a second. If you look here, there's no tens. That means these are just represent the basic numbers. So you have 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 8, 9. Then you have 18. Okay, see the 1 and the 8? Then you have 22, 24, 29, 29, 32, 33, 38, and then you have 48. Okay? Oh. This is 100. 200, 300, 300, 300, 800, 900, 1800, 2200, 2400, 2900, 3200, 3300, 3800, and 4800. If you look at the key at the bottom. That would be your data points to use. And then you go through the same process as what you did in the beginning first two questions. Okay. Now, she should have been substitute, please put me on pause, allow them to work on these problems for 20 minutes, turn me back on, and then we're going to work on the combining like terms, which should not be too difficult for you. But it is a concept that you guys are especially going to see next year. Okay, welcome back. You should have diligently been working on the other 2 pages. Okay, combining like terms. Now, this one should be very simple. You want to make sure you look at the coefficient to determine. You want to look at the coefficient and to see if they have the same variable. Now, the coefficient here is -6 and 7. Combine your coefficients. I should have put an S there. -6 and plus 7 is 1. They both have a k, so it's 1k, but that one is technically imaginary, so you want to just put k. For move number 2, you have 12r minus 8 and minus 12. Remember, the sign in front keeps the sign of the number. Okay, it's no longer just subtraction. So since they have the same sign, you added these 8, the 8 and the 12, giving you 20, and you kept their sign. There's nothing for you to have added to 12r because neither of these have variables. Quickly take a look at number 5. Both of them have r, so this is technically a -1, and this is technically a -10. Same sign, add and keep, makes it -11r. Okay? All right, please turn me off. Allow them to work about 10 minutes on this page. Guys, please keep in mind, whatever you do not finish within the time that the video is being played, you will have time when the video stops, as well as time at home to complete the rest. Flip to the next page, please. Please look at question 21. Let me start with 21. Now, order of operation says we need to distribute and get rid of these parentheses. You distribute the outside number or sign to whatever's inside the parentheses. And then you rewrite the expression. You don't want to just do this all in your head. 7 times 1, 1. 7 times -3 is -21m. Now notice, these two don't have a variable, so they're considered like terms. I can combine them. A negative and a positive means, since they're different signs, you have to subtract them. 7 minus 4 makes this then 3. So you have 3 minus 21m, and you are done. Drop down to 23. This is where I say to you, remember about the sign in front. Negative, you're going to distribute the -1 to the positive 9, and that's going to turn into -9. -1 times -10 makes this then positive 10n. You have minus 2n. Notice here, in fact, let me do it like this. These two are the ones with the same sign, or same variable, sorry. Positive 10 minus 2 gives me 8n, since they're different signs to subtract them. 8n minus 9. Final answer. Okay? Please turn me off for about 6 minutes. Allow them to work on this, and then turn me back on. Inequalities. Okay. I gave you one to look at, 2 to look at, matter of fact. I'm going to do one with you over here. Then you're going to be working on the rest on your own. I'm going to bring the problem over here, and I'm going to say m over 3 minus 3 is less than or equal to -6. I'm going to add 3 to both sides, since those two are common terms. And then I have m over, cancel these out, m over 3 is less than or equal to, different signs, subtract them, but keep the sign of the bigger number. Since this is a fraction, and this is technically a 1m in front, I'm going to multiply both sides now by the reciprocal of this fraction, 1/3, which is 3 over 1. Turn my whole number or my integer to a fraction, multiply this one by the reciprocal. -3 times 3 gives me -9 over 1, or -9. You bring your variable back down, so you have m is less than or equal to -9. When you come up here, and if you take a look at the notes I gave you right here, if you have a less than or equal to sign, you have an open circle. I'm sorry, a less than or greater than sign. Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, you have a closed circle. Since our answer here is or equal to, I'm going to use a closed circle. I'm going to move my point to -9, shade it in. My imaginary arrow says I am going this way. Shading everything this way. Okay? All right. Please, if you look at the bottom question right here, number 12, you have -9 plus a over 15 is greater than 1. Now, you cross multiply. Okay, I did 15 times 1 giving me 15. And then I did -9 plus a times 1. I technically should have done this first and put it on the left side of the sign, meaning I should have done -9, it should have been -9 plus a is greater than 15. But I did that over here anyway, it's the same thing. Okay, that's why this sign and this sign looks different. Because I should have done -9 times a and plus a times 1 and put it on the left side, and then 15 times 1 on the right side. Okay, please move to the next page. All right, simplifying this expression. These are things that I saw some of you struggled heavily on the FSA. Okay, they wanted you to turn this expression into this expression. They want you to go from here and turn this into here. Now, there's nothing for you to distribute here, but they just separated it because they wanted to show you that 4.5 was negative. Okay, you have these two are like terms, and then you have -3 and -4.5 as like terms. Same sign. Add them and keep their sign. 3 plus 4 is 7.5. Give you -7.5. Now, common denominators here. So if you come to the side, -1/3x minus 1/5x. Common denominator is 15. 3 times 5, 5 times 3. Minus you have times 5 is -5, and then you have -3/15. Add the numerators, makes it -8 over . They made a mistake right here. They made a mistake right here because if you look up here, simplify the expression, this is the -1/3 x. This should be a negative. That changes this to a -5. That changes this to a -8. They made a mistake right there. It's -8/15x. -8/15x. Okay? Now, try these. I'll start you off. Combine those like terms and those like terms. These three. Okay? Keep in mind their signs. You're lucky in this case because they're all positive. Then you have -30 and +45. I'll start you off there. That's 45 minus 30, which is 15. You guys do the rest. Please put me on pause. Allow them 2 minutes to complete this. Welcome back. So I have a p term, a p term, and a p term. Okay? 0.5 as a fraction is 1/2. So this is technically -1/2 p plus 1/2 p minus 2.75 plus 2/3 p. What property tells you to do this? Think about it. That's right. If you said additive inverse, a number, which is -1/2, and its opposite can be eliminated. So now you're left with -2.75 plus 2/3 p, and you can't combine either of them because they're not the like term. They're not like terms. Okay, the one examples over here. The only difference here is you now have two variables, a and b. Okay, you can only combine a terms with a terms. So you have negative 3 and 4a gives me 4 minus 3, which is 1a. You have negative 5b and positive 2. Since there's different signs, negative 5, so 5 minus 2 is 3. 5 is the larger absolute value, so you have minus 3b. There's nothing for you to combine with negative 6, so I'm leaving it as minus 6. Okay? There's your explanation for that one. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Next class, you'll see the example for it. I believe there's these examples on page 204. And then you have simplified expressions. The dimensions of the garden, find the area of the perimeter. Okay, keep in mind this is x, and this is also 1/2 x minus 7. Finding the perimeter means to add all sides. Okay. Then you have adding more complex expressions. Okay. Now, they're complex because you have all these parentheses. Okay. Since you have a plus sign here in the middle, you don't have to distribute anything. You can literally take these away and consider this a positive 1/4, a negative 2, and a positive 5. Okay. All you have to do is move the numbers, move the terms around, and combine the ones that are like terms. Negative 1/2 and 1/4. Now come to the side. 1/2 plus 1/4. You have negative 2y and negative 2y. A negative and a negative added is another negative. That gives me negative 4y, which is what you see here. And then you have negative 3, positive 5. Different signs, subtract the 2, keep the sign of the 5 because it's larger. That's my positive 2. Okay, common denominator. Times 2 makes the fraction 2/4 plus 1/4, which is equivalent to 3/4x. That's where you get your 3/4 over here, from here. Okay, the bottom ones are similar. You don't have to distribute. Just combine your the like terms. Okay, for the substitute, thank you. Please allow the rest of the class period for the students to work on the problems given. I have also provided you with a Fluency Packet. If substitute, please use your discretion to notice to see if the students worked diligently on this packet, if they needed extra homework. If not, leave the Fluency Packet just in the pile of work, and we will complete this one upon my return. Thank you very much. Good luck, guys.